Hey guys, so today is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tuesday, and I haven't done one of these in like literally 3 weeks, you guys. And sorry about the lighting, it is literally so stupid. My lighting is really stupid. So I have both my lights on, so sorry if the lighting is really orange, and sorry if it's really, really bad, but anywho, today I'm going to be doing, if you guys watched my haul video from yesterday, which I did post that yesterday, and I will leave that down in the description box if you guys do want to see it. But I told you guys that I was changing up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tuesday. Obviously, I'm still wearing my shirt because it's Tuesday, and I'm still going along with the theme. But I'm just basically making it more stable, and instead of doing like random videos, I'm doing like stable videos, like review videos. And if you guys did watch that video, I mentioned I was doing a book review. I love to read. I'm a geek. I am really, non-sociable. So I spend a lot of my time reading, and I do a summer thing where I read at least like 2 books over the summer. So I think this is one of the books that I read over the summer. I'm not sure when I really read this. I mean, it hasn't been like a year since I read it, but it has been a little while. It has been at least 2 or 3 months. But let me tell you guys, I can remember books really easily, and most of the books that I have bought, I have heard really good things about, and I really didn't hear a good thing about this. I just read it, like when I went to Books A Million one day, I just read the back of it. And normally when I go to see a book and I like the cover or the, like the title interests me, I kind of do read the back just to see how it is. And sometimes I flip all the way to the back, like the back of the page, like the back page of the chapter, of the last chapter. And I kind of read the last page, and then I kind of read the beginning of the book. Just depends on if when I read this book, I know when I did read the back of this book, I was just like, okay, I might like it, but let me just read a couple pages to see if I'm interested. And obviously, I did buy it, and if I haven't already said, it is a corner of our universe, and this is what it looks like. It did win the Newbery Honor Book Prize thingy. And you guys, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like a Newbery Prize thingy. I don't know. It's just an award that authors get, and the author is Anne M. Martin. I really haven't heard of her, so yeah. Also, if you guys want me to, if you guys want to leave me book requests, like you want me to buy a book, read it, and review it, you guys can leave those down in the description box. I would most likely do them and buy it or something. Yes, and sorry I'm kind of out of breath. Like, I get really out of breath when I start to make a video, so sorry. But anyways, like I said, I haven't read this book in a couple months, but I will read the back to you for you guys, because you guys might want to get this book too. It's a really interesting book. When I finished this book, I got to the last chapter, I read the last page. I was like, okay, this is a kind of different book. It was a really different book for me. I mean, it was different in a good way because it taught me a really great lesson. And I'm that kind of person that's really imaginative, and like, I am literally inside of the book. Like, I imagine things really easily. So like when I'm reading a book or something, and like, I'm reading the book or something, I'm basically a character in the story. I feel like I'm the main character. So it's pretty amazing, especially for this book. If you've ever read this book, like this video or comment down below. This book is a really interesting book to put yourself in. It's really different and really weird at the same time. But I will be reading the back of it so you guys can get a general idea of what what this book is about. Okay, so first off, it says in red letters, find your place. So, yes. Okay, so it says, Hattie Owen has never really thought about the world outside her small town. Her family's boarding house is where she feels most at home, with its electric tenants. Yeah, I don't know what that says. Accurate? I don't know. Accurate tenants and predictable routines. But there are secrets in Hattie's family, and the biggest one is her young uncle Adam. Hattie doesn't even know he exists until he shows up in her town right when she is about to turn 12. Suddenly, the place she thought she knows so well begins to feel different. Her family and neighbors aren't ready to deal with Adam's mental problems, so Hattie gets caught in the middle. In one summer, Hattie will find out how small a small town can be, how big the world outside is, and how far our hearts can go. And minds can go. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you about the whole book because I obviously do not want to ruin it. But I'm just going to tell you bits and pieces that I do remember. Okay, so Hattie is like basically a normal family, you know, in a small town, blah, blah, blah. Her parents own a boarding house, which if you guys do not know what boarding housing is, it's basically where they like take in poor people, like not trying to be like offensive, but like they take in people that are homeless or they're needing, you know, a house, you know, like in the book they take someone in who is new to the area trying to find a job and doesn't have a home or doesn't have enough money for a home and an apartment, so they take that family in. So basically it's just like taking family in who doesn't have enough money for a home or apartment or just needs like, you know, some help getting, you know, a start into life. So that's basically what a boarding house is. But her family owns a boarding house, and it's a big house, of course, because they have to house all these families. And she lives right beside, or either it's a block or right beside her grandma, well, her aunt or her grandma, whichever one. And her uncle comes into town. He has some mental problems, and I mean, it showed in the book. You will definitely know when the uncle comes into play, because I mean, it kind of shows, like, you definitely will know when the uncle comes into play. I mean, the uncle is not weird, it's just that he's really different from Hattie and her family, and you could definitely tell that it's either the grandma or the aunt. I think it's the aunt, though. You could definitely tell that the aunt is really uncomfortable with Adam. She's really uncomfortable with raising him. She's really uncomfortable with him being out in public because she doesn't want him to embarrass the family. And Hattie, starts, when she first meets him, she understands that he has a problem and that she's really uncomfortable with him, but she starts to understand that he has a really rough life, that people, like knock him over, like not like literally knock him over, like, bring him down. They hurt his feelings, just because he has mental illness. And, I mean, they start becoming really good friends, like they're family, but obviously they become really close to each other, and that's pretty much all I remember. But there comes to a point where this guy ends up falling in love with a girl that's at the boarding house, and yeah, it ends tragic. I'm not going to tell you the ending, though. It does end up tragic. I will read the last sentence because that is always what I do. I either read the first page of the book or the last sentence. So I will read the last sentence for you guys. It says, sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't, but at least you're exploring, and life is always more interesting that way. And the reason why it has a Ferris wheel, if you guys are wondering, I thought that was kind of weird when there was a Ferris wheel on the cover. I'm just like, okay, but I'm not going to judge the book by its cover, because there's a fair that's opened up in town, and Hattie and her Uncle Adam, and she makes a friend there that actually works at the circus, whatever, and that is where a lot of things happen there. I mean, it's not like the main setting in the story. It's just where a lot of things happen, especially between Hattie and Uncle Adam. Lots of things tragically happen for Uncle Adam, unfortunately. Like, a lot of things happen for him. And this book, to me, it just taught me that, no matter who comes into your life, they're gonna have some kind of impact, and this book taught me that everyone in your life has an impact, and they're in your life for a reason. So this book definitely taught me that, because Uncle Adam definitely came in her life because of a reason, and he definitely made an impact on Hattie's life. So if you guys don't want to read this, like I said, it's called A Corner of Our Universe. I really like it, and it has a lot of great reviews on it. It says, Martin delivers a wonderfully real characters and an engrossing plot. This is an important book. Then it says, hearts will go out to both Hattie and Adam as they step outside the confines of their familiar world to meet some painful challenges. And then this is a fully realized roller coaster of emotions, and readers take the ride right along with Hattie. It's a Newbery Honor book, a Publisher's Weekly Book of the Year, a Book Sense Top 10 pick, and a Book List Editor's Choice. Like I said, I did get this at Books A Million. Sorry, my voice is kind of weird today. I don't know why. But I got this book at Books A Million for $6.99. But if you live in Canada, I'm very sorry. You have to pay $2 more, $8.99. But it's a really cheap book, and it's really good, and it's not that long. I mean, it was a really good page turner for me. It was a page turner for me, most definitely. So if you guys are wanting to read it, it's not very long. If you guys are needing like a book project or something, you want something really short, this is definitely a book that I'd recommend. Let's see, hold on, I'm trying to see how many chapters are in there. There's 22 chapters, and there are 189 pages. Now, if you're a fast reader and books like this kind of click for you, this would definitely be a page turner for anyone. I mean, I'm more like, this might kind of sound weird because I'm scared of some things, but I really love mystery books. I love horror books for some reason, like not like killing books, but I love like mystery books where you have to like really think about something. I really love books that have, you know, a lot of more books with them. There's a book that I will be reviewing soon. It's called The Face in the Milk Carton, and it has tons of books with it. It has like 3 more books with it, and it came out with a new one, I think, last year. So there's 4 books that go with The Face in the Milk Carton. I'm sure a lot of people has read it. It's a really good book. It actually came out as a movie a long, long time ago, like in the 1900s. It's a really old book. It's a really old story, but it's so good. Like, I read that book probably 2 years ago, and I am waiting to be able to get the newest book in the series. I just love books that have like lots of books with them, because especially if the first book was a like cliffhanger, I can read more, and you know, it satisfies my brain. But like I said, I have a big imagination, so I kind of like put myself into the book. So especially books like mystery books, they really make me interested. And I'm not like, I don't want to be an author or anything, because I'm not that good of a writer. I do write a lot, but I'm not that good of a writer. I don't think I can come up with something as good as a book, you know, make it interesting for people to read. But honestly, it's just really, you know, it's just really amazing for me to actually read a book and to enjoy it and to put myself into it. Even if I don't like it, I still read all of it. But I have read The Fault in Our Stars, if you guys are wondering. That book is so heart-wrenching. It didn't make me cry, though, but it definitely did make me sad. The book ended it made me so mad when the book ended that way. If you guys have read The Fault in Our Stars, oh, jeez Louise. But me and Reagan are hopefully, crossing my fingers, going to see the Fault in Our Stars movie, which is coming out in June. So I'm excited about that, because I'm going to go see it no matter what. I'm not waiting. I will probably go the day it comes out, because I'm so excited. And I really hope the movie isn't like the book, because I don't know, I like when a movie and book has a different, you know, has a different plot, a different similarity, or different, like, what the heck, Grace, different? I like when a book and a movie are different from each other. I don't know, because it creates more of a, you know, it creates more excitement, especially for me. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I love y'all so much. And if you guys have any more books that you want me to check out and read and review, I will definitely do that. I probably will be reviewing either The Fault in Our Stars or The Face in the Milk Carton book. I also want to review a book called Cut and a book called The Fire Girl, I think. Yeah. So like I said, if you guys want to check this book out, it is called A Corner of Our Universe by Anne M. Martin. So I actually think this book review went really well. I cannot wait to do more book reviews for you guys. And like I said, it's not only going to be about book reviews, it can be basically like beauty products or something like that. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. And excuse my voice, I don't know, it's really raspy, I don't know why. And sorry about my lighting. My lighting is a retard, so yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye!